welcome to Factorio Train World. My name is Nilas and we are starting a brand new Factorio series here on my YouTube channel. So before we dive right into the game, I want to go through some of the preconditions, some of the concepts of the space so that you just know what it's all about. I'll get more into detail later on because we want to dive in and we don't want to look at this boring screen. I will, if I remember it, have some kind of link where it says you jump to this if you just want to skip the intro and go straight into the game. So probably about 5 minutes or so. Anyway, let's talk about, so I'm calling this series Train World. Why indeed? Well, because I want to do a tribute to my fantastic Patreons. So there's a lot of people who are supporting me and my endeavor on Patreon, and I want to show my appreciation by allowing you to become trains. Who wouldn't want to become a train? So I want to build a train world that in Factorio world that uses a lot of trains, and each train will be named after a patron. I have a special mod created by Timbo, of course, who has created a really cool little mod that can track patrons and name trains and keep track of them and notify when they are departing. This also means that there is a chance that you, dear patrons, will be killing me during the series. And I don't know how long it's going to be, but I can guarantee you that I'm going to be building nice and neat and orderly, and lots of sacred paths and city blocks and all the things that we love. But I have a new concept as well of something I want to show. This will be a primarily unmodded series. I will have a number of small mods that basically they are convenience mods for me, such as squeak through, so you can walk through pipes and forests, vehicle snaps so that you can actually drive in a straight line. But the only one that is actually adding any functionality is Tiny Start, which gives me just a few robots to start with, because I don't want to spend too much time on scaling up. We will have to build a lot of smelting columns. It is kind of boring to build, so let's get some friendly robots to help with. Let's go through the map generation and the settings for the series. That's something I always just put a bit of effort into. So we get it right. So as you can see here, there's a low frequency. Uranium is very low frequency because you always have way too much uranium. And coal and stone are slightly less, and iron and copper are a bit higher, both in frequency. Here we also have richness and size. Looks fine. Over on the terrain, always disable cliffs because they're stupid. Sorry to say it, I just feel like it. Moisture, I've cranked it high so there's less desert. That's just the way I like it. Enemies, we do have enemies, we do have normal. I have a large starting area. I don't always disable expansion because I don't want to kill the same biters again and again, and I don't think you want to watch me kill the same biters again and again. Evolution, it's all set as normal. Over here, we have the research queue enabled. Pollution, I have set that to diffusion, so it spreads slower to neighboring chunks. That means pollution is going to be the same, but it spreads out slower to neighboring areas. Just a little tweak that I want to do because I don't want biters to have a prominent role in this playthrough. This is all about beautiful designs and beautiful trains flowing through the base. So I think without further ado, I don't know if I can click this button. I can maybe. Without further ado, let's dive in and see how this pans out. And here we are in the game. Let's dive in. So the first thing we notice is that we have way too many trees, but that is no concern since we have our beautiful little robots here that will be overworked immediately. Let's get these things in here and get started on what we need to do here. Let's say maybe that one's good. Yeah. So at least we get some early fuel. That's very nice, and as soon as we have the first one, we can start. There. What? Oh, right. Oh, I forgot. Always take these ones. And that one. Okay, I'm just gonna pick that up myself. There. And half. There we go. Okay, so this is just continue. Let's get the robots out there to consume even more. That'll be just the task we do to begin with, is having the robots work as much as they can on this. Hoping that they'll eventually get it done. There. And I'll send them out again. There. Okay, so that's 4. That's a good start. We need to now start making some in here. We do have, I don't know, is that enough for... It's enough to get going on the next part. I think we need, yeah, 2. So when we get the first 2, we can start making, let's build it here, right? And it works like wonders with these robots, for sure. That is so nice. So there's a lot less chopping in the first episode. I hope you will appreciate that. The lack of chopping. Okay, so that gives us more coal production. Great. And robots, they're still pretty good in terms of battery power. So that's not a concern. So basically what we want is just build up our nice little starter base here. Good. And let's see. 1, 2, 3. And that's still giving us 3. That one. Oh. And now we're also out of stone. So next up is more stone. Goes there. And yeah, that's actually problematic as well, because we can do 2 of these, and we can do a few. That one's gonna go in this tile because that's where it always belongs, and this one, I think I want like a that one, and again. Great. So that one is at least starting. And without getting something in, that's not really going to work. 23, 24, 25, yes. So, get these. Alright, so iron is moving along. Great. Let's continue to take this out. This one, now we get a bit of coal. That should be great, because we can't keep working on using only those. And wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll build those over here. I think that's most relevant. These are very small. There. All these are done. Let's see. Can we find any more stone locations? Nope, not really. Don't see a lot. It's not really particularly fast. This part. Maybe we should have put more here. And 1, 2. I think that might be enough. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. Yes. And then we'll start a bit of copper production. This one's certainly not fast enough. Get more here. That part. I can take one of these. I cannot take anything else. What else? 1, 2. Yeah, we can take 2 more. Oops, and we need to make sure that we keep using the robots for this. And now I think we can 1, 2. Should have bit up here, and that should be enough to make one of these, and I should also make one of those. All right, so we're slowly building our way towards the first stuff here, and now these will be made into all bolts, because that's going to be the next thing we want. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want this number up here, I think. And 33, that's going to be the number, maximum number we can build. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. And now we are, that's all building, great. And now we go down here to build our first location. That should be here. I want to build it at this location. This will be our, take that one out. This will be our power plant, our first microscopic power plant. But it's still something, because it's ours. And I always built like a path between this, so there's room for whatever we want. 1, 2, and 2, 3, 4, and then I get power poles. I forgot some of this. Here. So this is 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. That is the maximum we can do for this. So, well, this is what we are going to do for now. And that means we at least know exactly how big it's going to be. And right now I realize what I forgot. Need a bit of copper. How much iron do we have? We have 143. Plenty. I just need a bit of this so we can get some green circuits going. There we go. That's some green circuits. 1, 2, and then a few more chests. Put the chest here. Put these here. Because I only need 2 of these. And that's going to be that one and that one. There. And let's pick these up before we start running away from them. There. So we have power. Not much being consumed, but we do have a bit being produced. We can now drag this one up further, and I think it's going to be above the copper. We'll build sort of our first small facilities. Yep, this seems like just as good place as any. We will not start building and designing city blocks just yet, because, well, we don't exactly know what they're going to look like. 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe? It's probably too much. I just wanted this one. These will be built, made this 3, not a lot here, and then get with 2. And then go 1, 2, 10, and we go here. The first research should be done soon. And I need my robots to keep working on picking this stuff up. But we should be at the point where we can get a lot of copper. We can start replacing coal here whenever available. This one only has 24 left. Okay, so let's see what we can do. We also need like a lot of these, and no, don't need iron chest yet. We can still use these chests. Good. So up here, it's gonna be 1. I think that's one of the locations, and that's the other location. Then we can put a chest in here. Should put a chest in here. That one, that one, that one. And now it's just the red circuits we need to build. Anything else? Yeah, that's the first one. Now we just feed them as soon as they come in. because that's the only real important thing that we have to build right now. In the meantime, let's have our robots do some work, some of the heavy lifting involved in building base, like cleaning out forests. There, so this is 2, this is 2. I think that's just what we need right now. That one's fine, and the last one goes in. Ta-da! That should be what we need, and now we can start building this part. I think I need a lot of this, and then also build a lot of these, and a lot of these while we wait. Although we don't have to wait very long, then we could go here. So that's our automation build. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see what we actually need to deconstruct. There. So we have a few of these available. And first one. Boom. Actually, that one. Yeah, that's the first one. It gets one of those and 1.5 of these. I think that's how it works, isn't it? Let's see. There we go. We have science. Science is working. Woohoo! That's the first one. Next one is going to be... how is it? I think this is how I usually do it. Here, here. Let's keep making this. And this one is making gears, and this one is making belts. And just get some iron in there, and everyone's happy. This doesn't seem like enough. This is gonna run out very, very fast as soon as we get... Oh no! Get some... Okay. One's dead. And all of this taken out. And our robots are flying in. Great. Yes, they will have a bit further to run, but that's just the way it is. And 1, 2, 3. And then maybe some 1, 2, 3. Ah, not quite done yet. And if we have idle time, we always just produce those. So here is going to be the next one. These are obviously not built to ratio, but it doesn't really matter. They just need to be built. There. And these are going to be gears. Okay, so we are producing stuff now. That one. This is a pretty decent place to be, I think. What we can do and what we should be doing from here is actually scaling up our, maybe not our power, but actually just making sure that we can make more of these. And oh, this one's out. And let's build a few more of these, way more of those. It's just a lot of things that need to be done. And I think we can go up and make... We take some gears, we take some of that, we take some here. And maybe take some of this out. And make some 1, 2, 3. And we need way more belts. Yeah. That one. There you go, get more iron. This is a bit too low iron in my opinion. Luckily my opinion is kind of important here. So, we take this out. We are going to do the next one. Hey, research, woohoo! 1, 2. Standing in the way. That's logistics. What else do we want? I don't think we need... Lights are good. Turrets. That one. Those are fine. And it's now time to remove these two. Even though we don't have them, that's what we're going to do. That one. From here, from here, from here. Oh, we also can build some radars. That's also going to be important. Let's make sure these ones are eliminated. And let's take some of the sun out. This here. I don't want things shadowing. Oh, there. Whoops. Oh, stop. I wanted to just do this Q function and I actually pressed C instead. I don't know why, but I did. That one. That one needs to go. And we're out. Can we make more? We can make 15 more, but that's kind of low. And it's kind of not really... I mean, on the other hand, it's still 30, right? Okay, so that doesn't work just yet. But what we do have is radars. So let's build a radar down here. Because that's important, I'm sure. Okay, so the power is still working, no problem. And these are going to take forever to come back to me if I don't pick them up. So I will pick them up. And they'll just go out and take this little area, which is fine. This is exactly what I want. And let's also make sure that there. Got it. This one's still working. This one's not working. This one's not working. At this point, it's just walking around, making sure that everything is filled up and everything is working. Nothing just goes unattended there. As we scale up for the next part. So the next part will be our Jumpstart base. This is something I built in every single one of my bases. So this is just to also just give a bit of consistency in terms of what we're doing. Yep, the robots go out. Great. And we can see them coming. So the Jumpstart base is basically the little base that will produce all the stuff we need to build a bigger base, which will again be what we need to build a bigger base indeed. All right, I'm going to build something here that and boom. There. Damn, I ran out. I ran out one before I got the one I needed. That's pretty miserable. That is absolutely miserable. Damn. Okay, so that means from now on we only have one of those working. Yeah, and it's pretty obvious that this is the next one we want to build. We need more iron, more everything. And there was one thing over here that wasn't working, and that's because this one had run out. Yeah? These two go together. they were full, so. Got it. So as you can probably see, we're getting a bit too low iron and copper, and I think I would have preferred building a few more. This one? That's still good. Still good. Still lots of materials. There we go. There we go. And there we go. That's... Can I do this? I can do that one. Yes. So if nothing else, we can always build some more of this. Okay. I guess it's the Jumpstart base that we need to build now, but that might be just a fine thing to do in the next episode. Let's see. What do we get? Where's that one? That's steel. Okay, let's also get that one. This is, you know, not really relevant, to be honest. And that's also why I'm going outside of my area so that they won't be going back in there to insert more. But I think, oh, they are. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay, so Jumpstart base is the next action. And that's what we're going to be building. I don't exactly know where. We're just going to build it away from everything. We don't know the sort of the grand scheme of where everything is going to be. I want, by the way, my radars out as fast as possible because they're going to keep us informed about how the surrounding area looks like. And we have a big starting area, so we shouldn't be having any problems with nearby biters, at least for a while. But it does give us an indication because after we build the Jumpstart base, we need to start looking at and start considering, all right, so where's our future big base going to be? I mean, we have these things collected in one location and we have a bit more here, here, here. Those are very small ones. I hope then they get bigger as we go out. Otherwise, it's going to be a miserable experience for these small trains. Yeah, so that's going to be it for the first episode. As we dive into the next episode, I'll also start describing more about the designs, layouts, and concepts of this space. But first, we just want to get started with a good start and take it from there. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you are enjoying it. Hope you're excited about a new Factorio series. If I can ask you in the best of YouTube manners to help bring some awareness to the very first episode of the series, if you are enjoying it, because that's what really makes a lot of difference to visibility of the first episode. So with that, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Until then, stay effective.